Alright guys, welcome back to the Bravada series. Today's project is fishing out the nest that is within the dashboard, is what I'm suspecting. Ever since I pulled this thing out, the blower motor, when you turn it up, makes noise in the dash, but nothing comes out of any vents, at least that I've been able to find. So the task today is to pull the blower motor out and see what may live in there, possibly blow out things as best we can, just to make sure it's still doing the same thing. Oh, we got a little something blew out of the vents, but not much. There's something definitely restricting. Oh yeah, getting all kinds of smells and dust and stuff. So hop down, buddy. Let's go up front.
Ow.
Oh, sorry. So it's kind of the last of the nice weather we got here for a little bit, at least another week or so. It's going to get windy here before it gets cooled down another hour and a half. So I'm hoping that I can pull the blower motor out. The computer needs to come out, coolant tank needs to come out. There's plenty of videos on YouTube about that process, so I'm not going to do it too in depth, but put it on a time lapse here of me pulling things apart, and then when we're ready to pull that blower motor out, I'll bring you guys in for a closer look. So enjoy the time lapse. Alright, squirrel cage is out, and I have no idea what I see down in there, but there is something living back in there. Let me try and kick the flash on. My goodness. I don't see any eyes looking back at me, but I'm gonna have to glove up and start pulling some stuff out. See how far back in that goes. Holy cow. Yep, somebody's made a home for the last little bit. And it definitely smells. I have to clean this up too. So, alrighty, time to start digging. Alright, we got a nitrile glove. We've got a cloth glove. I didn't go super thick so that I could maneuver. Let's get the initial, oh man, it's up in the evaporator coil. should probably get a bucket. All right, be back with a bucket. All right, back with a bucket. I'm not even into it. All right, leaf blower time. I don't know how these come out. I don't know if I just pull them in. I don't want to break it. Sweet. All right. I also don't know which method the vent is, but these are all open. Let's see if anything comes out. Back in there is the cavity in which it's pulling from the dash, so I would need to somehow force air into the evap coil cavity. So I think I might take a towel, try and block that up, force the air down that way. I didn't think I messed with the fins that much, but good night. I wonder if I blew that down, because that wasn't sucking that up. I'll hit it with the vacuum some more here. So, just grabbed another handful or two out of the evap area. Over top of it, I was able to go out with my bare hand. And, interesting, I just pulled this piece of limestone out, which seems to really match my limestone. So, hopefully, I don't get my fingers gnawed off sticking my hand up in there, but there's still a lot up in there. So I don't know how easy these evap canisters or evap coils are to get out. I might YouTube it quick, but if I can maybe split this apart and get in there, it might be very beneficial, because cut here for service. So I wonder what's on this side. I don't know what this cut here for service. Really don't want to butcher this thing up so much because that cover was pretty brittle to get out. And it's not really a necessity to go back on because the blower motor seals against there. I think it's just to keep the weather out. But there's still a lot up over top. So I'm gonna keep working at it what I can here, see how I feel. All right, I've gotten all I can get out and it's been quite a bit, but went ahead and stuffed an entire shower towel up in that compartment, and we're gonna send some air up in there. I think I've got everything on this side of the evap coil completely unblocked, so I'm hoping air through the evap coil and into the dash will be enough to force whatever's in there, or at least most of it up out. I was able to get around the side of the evap coil, and vacuum was really sucking a whole lot out, so let's have a go at it. Try and grab a towel to block around. Smack the box. All right, I think I got a good portion of it out. Got all this blown out. I'm gonna have to come in here with a vacuum cleaner. Seem to have decent flow. I think enough that I can put the blower back in and try and I think I've got this. Now let me turn the flash on. There we go. I think I've got this all. I should try and clean out some more of that junk. This is the intake. That must be the recirculate flap. Yeah, I'm gonna try and pick at some of that, clean that out, but as far as this goes, I think I've got the evap. Probably gonna have just a bunch of stuff for a while. I was able to get over there pretty good. Still so much. It's not terrible. I'm gonna try and pick it out with my fingers too. I think you're upside down now. Fun. All right, let's get this thing put back together. Took the blower in, tried to clean as much of the urine and stinky stuff off as I could. Ended up dropping it in my kitchen sink full of water, but came out and blew it out with compressed air, hoping it still works. I'll have to run it for a little while, but just a wee bit damp, but yeah, it's as good as it's gonna get. So let's see how it goes back together. Alrighty, we're back inside. Got the battery hooked back up. Let's see what kind of airflow we get, if anything. So far, so good. Oh, we are blowing all kinds of debris. Maybe that's what I do. I just leave this thing run for hours and hours. Let's see what we get out. Let me switch to floor. It says computer climate control. I don't know if it requires vacuum or what. It appears it requires vacuum. But I've got air output now. Never did before. Well, I think it's a job well done. I'm just gonna let this thing sit and blow for a good while. See what we get out of it. Occasionally come around and smack some stuff. Most important thing is I wanted to be able to get some heat. So when I do this interior, I can dry it out to some degree. But I wonder with the vacuum leak that we've got if HVAC is one thing that I had unhooked or not. So we'll fire it up, see what it does. getting stuff out now. Oh, she's not happy. Let's see. Well, let's switch to floor. It's looking like a negative. Still coming out the top. Which I always thought these, when it lost its vacuum, I always thought it would default to being the defrost. Let me switch it to defrost, see if I get anything different. Don't appear to be getting anything different. Still coming out of the top vents. Phew. Getting all kinds of stuff out. So I'm gonna let this sit here and run, and we'll see what we get. Alrighty, it's starting to rain, so I'm gonna wrap this up for the day. This is pretty much everything I found. We're talking, quite a bit. Somebody's not going to be happy about losing their home. I did find at one point in time, oh, there's a penny. That might have been in my vacuum already. But I did find kind of part of a carcass up in there, so somebody must have perished of old age at some point in time. But been going back and forth between heat and cooling, and I am getting a decent amount of air out. Seems proper amount, but it smells awful. So I don't know if I try and get an ozone machine after I get this thing fully cleaned up on the inside, just ozone everything with the engine running on recirculate, try and kill off all the smell. But I was tracking down vacuum lines. I got a list of size vacuum lines that I need to get for this thing to get the HVAC controls working. Need a main vacuum line, which is 730 seconds, and I need a smaller 530 seconds for going to the vacuum canister in the fender and to the HVAC controls. But cruise control modules, all electronic. I don't believe this has a vacuum actuated four-wheel drive. I believe the all-wheel drive system is always on. But gonna check and do some more research on that. But I think I might just put this into one video and upload it and keep the content flowing. But making some progress. I'm glad to get that rat's nest cleaned out. So on to the next project.